Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend and a happy Father's Day. My my Father's Day was pretty uneventful, uh, as they usually are. But let's uh, let's go ahead and see who we got hanging out with us here. Got one little old thumbs up over there, man. Come on. Let's see. We got Marcello Balone says hi. All hope you had a great weekend. Can't stay helping a friend laying down laminate floor today. Whew. Sounds like a lot of bending over to me. All right, let's see. LB Sharp's here. Good morning. Paul Stewart's here. Good morning, Paul. George Rafa says good morning. After the massive thunderstorm, rain, wind, and threat of tornadoes night. Whew. Well, I hope you fared well there, George. And welcome to the coffee sessions. Keith Stanford is here. Good morning, Keith. Gary Hammett's here. Says good Monday morning, everyone. Clyde CNC. Good morning, Clyde. How are you doing this morning? Here's my favorite solar man right there, Mr. Ryan Ballard. How you doing, Ryan? There's Jesse from JJ Woodshop. Good morning, sir. Here's Janet. How you doing, Janet? Hadn't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well up there in the Hoosier land. Here's another Hoosier. William Holmes says, good morning, Dave and all. All right. Hey, Bill's back over on the YouTubes. So, okay, we got 2 or 3 more thumbs up. So we'll see if we can't get some more by the time we're done here. Oh, let's see. What am I going to talk about this morning? I don't have really much to talk about, per usual. Watched a little of the news. Kind of disappointed. I had some stuff I needed to do Friday, and Friday was a beautiful day, other than being a little hot, humid. But I didn't get to work on the project for Jack on Friday, and then of course Saturday it started raining about 11:30, I think. Some of that Claudette tropical depression or whatever she was. Janet says doing well. Been dealing with mom. Yeah, hope she gets feeling better. There's James Ridgway also over there on Facebook. Good morning, James. So I didn't get to work on it Friday, and then of course Saturday and Sunday got a bunch of rain, which we needed. And so I thought, well, I can get back on that project today. But no, we got more rain coming this afternoon. And I think, in fact, I may not be able to even really get to it till Wednesday because I'm wanting to, now that it's rained, everything's kind of wet. And I want to get everything dried out a little bit, but so it won't be so muddy when I'm working there. But yeah, I got my coffee, so it's all good. Just to show you how exciting my weekends are, I did some laundry this weekend. um, what is the craziest thing that you found in either in your washing machine or your dryer that you didn't know you left in your pocket? Because I found a little surprise yesterday evening. I had washed some blue jeans. I can't remember what day it was I did that. Friday or Saturday. Anyway, I can't remember. So anyway, they went through the washing machine, and then of course, they didn't really go through the dryer because I just kind of took mine and threw them out on the railing of the deck. I must have done them Friday because it didn't rain Friday. And it was so hot, and I thought, well, no, there ain't no sense in running the dryer. I'll just throw them out there on the railing or hang them over stuff. So I did that, and then of course, they get kind of stiff drying like that. So I come in, I threw them in the dryer just to soften them up a little, and didn't notice anything when I pulled them out of the dryer. But then, let's see, what day was it? Saturday, I guess it was, since it was raining. I washed a load of other stuff. I do, underoos and T-shirts and socks and stuff like that. So I put those in the dryer and ran them because I couldn't, I can't put that stuff outside because it was raining. But anyway, they did, when they'd gone off, I just left them in there. I'm bad about that. I just left them in the dryer. And then last night I thought, well, I'm not going to have any clean underoos to put on this morning if I don't get them out of the dryer and fold them up. So last night, I don't know, probably about 9 o'clock or so, I'm emptying my dryer and I hear something rattling around in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I left in my pocket now? Well, I left one of these little thumb drive things. Of course, it's got this, and what's weird is this is, out of all the thumb drives I have, and I probably got a half a dozen of them around here, this is the oldest one, because I remember when I got this one, it was probably 15 years ago. It's not very, it doesn't have a whole lot of space. I don't know, probably 8 gig or something, whatever they were doing back then. But anyway, when I picked it up out of the dryer, I'm like, "Ooh, man, that thing's hot. I bet I've cooked that thing. It probably won't work." But I let it cool off and went and stuck it in the computer. Boop, boop, there it was, still working. So I don't even remember what brand it is because all the stuff is probably not the first time it's been in the washer and dryer, but all the print and stuff that was on it are gone. So I don't know what brand it is, but I wish I knew because that's a good little thumb drive there. So yeah, I was kind of surprised that thing popped right on when I plugged it in. Let's see, I'm missing some comments. Mr. Kevin Ailes is here. Good morning, Kevin. And we got a few more thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Good coffee. Yep. Janet says, Jack seems to be loving being the head doggy around the house. Well, I can tell you that back when Rocky was here and Jack was here, I was number 3 in the pecking order. So I've moved up. I'm now number 2. Jack's number 1. But yeah, he's really stepped up. He's really stepped up. Uh-oh, we got a bee flying around in here. Get him, Jack. I left the door open so Jack could go in and out as he pleases, but then it lets bees, and that bee was in here a while ago. Maybe not the same one, but he's flying down around here. Probably carpenter. No, it's not a carpenter bee. Nope, there he goes back out. Oh, well. Anyhow, how many of y'all that are here today? Oh, we're up to 9 thumbs up. All right, hot diggity. Let's see, Charles Steed is here. Clyde said he says my rain got there last night. Well, I don't know if that's the same rain because Joanne, one of my favorite little meteorologist ladies on TV, she said today that it had already crossed Georgia and South Carolina. I guess it's back out in the ocean, and now it's picked up momentum and it's become a tropical storm again. But they say that the projected path is just kind of out in the ocean where it's not going to do anything. It's not going to turn turn left and head back inland. So you got somebody's rain. I don't know if it was mine or not. Texas says, good morning, by the way, Doug. It says, morning all, more rain and mud. I'll show, since Doug's here, I'll show a picture if I can get it to come up here. Let's see if I can get this. I don't know how good this is going to work. But there. See if I can get it over there. There's a cucumber I picked yesterday. Not much of a crop so far. That's the second cucumber. And I don't know where that one came from. I didn't think I had any more on there. And I just happened to look down. I go, oh, there's one right there. It's about ready to be picked. So, but anyway, all that stuff's getting tangled up with that green stalk and all that. So, Mr. Hamilton is here. Hey, Greg, how you doing? George says, you are one lucky puppy. Are you talking to me or to Jack? I think we're both pretty lucky. Ryan says he sent his through the laundry several times. Yeah. They're pretty resilient, I guess. Especially this one, because like I said, I know this one is 50, because I remember exactly where I was living when I bought this one. And it wasn't here. So it's about 15 years old or older. But it still worked when I plugged it in. Let's see. Janet says, so now you're number 2. He seems to be coming out of his shell. Yeah, Jack he's it's weird how different. He's sitting down here real calm now. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, there he goes. He just too much stuff going on out there. But yeah, he's really stepped it up. Like I said, he learned a lot from Rocky, I think. But he was a good dog already, but he's getting better all the time. Chris Tackett is here. Good morning, Chris. Bruce Foley. How you doing, Bruce? Janet says, did you eat it without salt? Of course. I haven't eaten this one yet. I just stuck it in the fridge. I use that as a snack. Clyde says, the more you pick, the more they grow. Well, I hadn't had much to pick so far. I had one other one. The first one I picked was smaller than that one. But they just don't get enough. Don't get enough sunlight up there. Let's see. How am I doing on time? All right. How many of y'all, let's take an informal poll. How many of y'all watched the video I put out Saturday? You know, that's why I wasn't able to work on Jack's little project Friday, is because I thought, well, I better go ahead and finish. I had all the video shot. I just had to edit it and stuff like that. So, but if you didn't see it, I made Mr. Albert Einstein bust on the rotary axis. So I think people are probably getting tired of the rotary axis things. They're like, come on, not another one of those videos. But I can't help it. I keep thinking of stuff to run on it. In fact, I was going to try to do something else for this week, but then I thought, well, I can think of something else I can make, and I probably, if I do it, I'll do a giveaway on it. I mean, this is the thing I'm thinking of is something that's actually usable, you know, unlike a lot of the other stuff I've been doing, the chess pieces and all that. But anyway, yeah, if I do another video like that, I'll do a giveaway and give it away. All right, let's see. Ryan says he watched it, I guess. Paul says he watched it. I appreciate it. Bruce watched it. LB. I don't know. I probably should have. Oh, Doug says, I thought you should have left the man bun on top. Yeah, he ended up with just a little bit of a nub. If you hadn't seen the video, because I did something different to try to part it off. And I figured, if it totally messes up, because I was running it like this. So I thought, well, instead of having it redo all of this, because it doesn't need to, I just set it up to do a little section here. And then I figured if it messes up, it's Einstein's hair. So, how his hair looks. But it came out good. I wasn't real. This piece of wood I was using has got, you can't really see it in this light. But it was that stuff that's got real tight grain. That wood must be older dirt. It's got real tight grain. It's real light. I don't know what kind of wood that was. But then when I didn't, this is not stain. I just put clear satin deft spray lacquer on it, but it really darkened it up. And I don't really know why it made it so dark. I thought it would just, clear lacquer is supposed to just make it clear. But it really, really darkened it up more than I wanted. Almost made him look like somebody else, but anyway. And then I had I did have one little happy Father's Day moment. Ever since I've been out here trying to get stuff lined up for I can't get out of the way here where you can see it, but my lathe back there, because I want to try to do some more turning and experimenting with some different things. And I kept, as I was finding all the stuff, because, I had the lathe over here and I moved it back over to the other side. And as I was looking around, I'd find, my live centers and the spur drives and all the little bits and pieces that go with, that you use with the lathe. But I couldn't find my Jacob's chuck or a drill chuck. And I kept sitting there and I'm like, I know I bought one of those things. I'm pretty sure I bought one of those things after I got that lathe. And it was just really bugging me all weekend. Every once in a while, I'd be sitting in there and I'd get up and I'd walk out here and I'd come in the shop and I'd look around at some spot, wouldn't find it. So I'd go back in and I'd think about it some more. And I thought, dadgummit, I know I bought one of them. But I was all prepared, like I always do, to buy a second one because I can't find the first one. Anyhow, I was sitting in there yesterday and I said, come on, Jack. I said, we're going out there. We're going to turn that shop upside down till we find that thing. So I come out here and I looked in this cabinet right here because I thought maybe I stuck it down in there, and I pulled everything out of there. Didn't find it. And then sure enough, right over there on the bottom shelf of that stand that I built to set the lathe on, I lifted up something and there it was, right here, a little Morse taper number 2 Jacob's chuck. And what's weird is I was watching, what made me get up and come back out here and say, well, I'm going to go tear the shop upside down until I find it, is I was watching one of my old videos. I was actually turning, it's the video where I'm turning this little thing, this little goblet thing. And sure enough, in that video, there's this thing with a Forstner bit, using it to start the opening and that thing. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm watching my own video. I'm like, wait a minute, there it is right there. I know I got one. So that's when I said, yeah, let's go out here and see if let me see if I can give you all a shot of Jack here. There he is. What a good boy. What a good boy right there. Jack, you want to look over here? He's probably watching a bug or something. What are you looking at, Jack? Well, you might know they put the camera on him and he's gonna be looking at something else. Anyway, yeah, I have to call it the Jack Cam, I guess. Let's see. Larry Galt's here this morning. How you doing, Larry? Did you have a good Father's Day outing? I think that's what you said you were going to do last Friday. Oh, Larry's over on Facebook. He may still be on that thing because he's on the Facebook. Clyde said he watched the video. Thank you, guys. Thomas Graham is here. Good morning. Michael Thacker says, looking good, Dave. Good to see you back. Yeah. I tell you, I just, I'm still amazed at how you can feel so bad one time and then very quickly get to feeling even way better than you were before. So I am truly blessed. Shouldn't even be here, but I am for whatever reason. Charles Steed said, I watched. I always enjoy your videos. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. Tyler says, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm just, I don't really need any of this stuff. Obviously, I wasn't sitting around one day going, you know what I need? I need a bust of Albert Einstein. But I've just, like I said, I've been basically just, CNC for a lot of folks, they've only been doing it, or maybe they're brand new. Maybe they're building their machine now, or they've been doing it a year or two. I've been doing it a long time. So a lot of stuff gets a little boring for me. So I wanted something, different. And I thought, well, I hadn't run that rotary axis in a while. I'll just try to show people how you can do some of this stuff that's kind of cool. Excuse me. With a rotary axis on your Gatton CNC. And you don't even really have to know how to draw any of this stuff because all these things I have ran. All of the chess pieces, the gear shift knob thing, the Albert Einstein bust, even the propeller thing that ended up not coming out because it got too fragile there at the end. All of those things are just things I've downloaded from Thingiverse that people were going to 3D print. And so the whole purpose of these videos is to kind of show people, hey, even if you don't know how to do 3D models and you don't want to buy them, you can get pretty much anything you want off of Thingiverse. And then with a little finagling, because obviously if just like all the other things, if this thing was 3D printed, it would have been, it would have printed up this way because you're adding filament and stuff. But when you're doing it out of wood, you're doing subtraction. You're taking away. So anyway, I hope somebody gets something out of those videos because they're fun to run anyway. And like I said, I kept thinking, well, I've done 4 of them. It's time for me to switch it up and do something else. But then again, another project popped into my head, which the main part of the project I could do on the lathe and not do on the thing. But there's a certain part of it that I would add, a little embellishment or whatever, that I wouldn't be able to do with the lathe, but I can do with a rotary axis. So I may do one more. We'll see. Janet says, did you put it someplace it would be safe? I can't tell you all the stuff I put up to keep safe, never to be found again. That's my problem. I can't never remember where the damn safe place is. And that's a big reason why I have a lot of tools where I have two of them. And the first one that I bought is still in La La Land somewhere. It's in that safe place, and I'll find it one day. Bob says, got to go. See y'all. All right, Bob. Thank you for the thumbs up. Wow, we got 13 of them over there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Keith says Jack is camera shy. Let's see. He's looking again. Let me see if I can get you. He's still looking back there. There, Jack. There you go, buddy. Look at the camera. I tell you what. He knows. You can't see him quite. He's smelling my pocket, but I have. Let's see. I have one of these. Just for a good boy. So I'll take it out. So, all right. Yeah, I stuck a couple of those in my pocket today because now he's going to be hanging around. All right, let's see. I'm missing some comments here. Tyler says the Jack Cam. Yeah. When I first started doing these, you're fairly new, Tyler, and I'm glad you keep coming back, by the way. But we've been doing these coffee sessions. I think I did the first one, if I remember correctly, October 2nd, 2019 was when I did the first one. And there for a while, I was setting up a separate laptop with a separate camera, and we called it the Rocky Cam, which was my other dog that passed away right before Thanksgiving last year. But yeah, we called it the Rocky Cam. If you look back to some of the, go to my YouTube channel, the Dave Gatton Coffee Sessions YouTube channel, and go to click on the playlist and start on those first few. You'll see the Rocky Cam. But now we'll have to call it the Jack Cam, I guess. There you go. It says yes. We had a ball. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Keith said it was a good video. All right. There you go. That makes some good YouTube videos, Doug. So he's thinking about putting a GoPro cam on the bull to see if he's earning his pay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Hey, look who showed up here. Mr. Shop Shed himself. Got to catch a little of your live, Mark. I still got to go back, and I'll probably do that today when it starts raining. Give me something to watch. But yeah, I don't remember what I was doing when your thing came on. But anyway, the spray foam looks awesome. They did a great job doing it. And you should be nice and cozy. Ryan says, you need to make a benchy on the rotary. Okay. Maybe you could enlighten me and let me know what a benchy is. I'm out of the loop, I guess. I'm not sure what a benchy is. Mr. Monroe Cook says, good morning. Like the video. Got VCar Pro over the weekend. Gonna have to watch more Mark Lindsay videos. Just start at the first one and go on. He's got, how many videos you got now, Mark? You got Bunch of them. I started to say something I shouldn't say, but yeah, you got a bunch of them. There's Mr. Schuster. Oh, I'm already over my time. I meant to set a timer on my phone when I come in here, and I forgot. Just got here just in time for the end of the show. Yeah. Let's see here. Now I got a bunch of comments to catch up on. I'm already over my time. Every place is a safe place when you can't remember where it is. Ain't that the truth? Janet says, not a snake in there? I certainly hope not. Although I do leave the door. I tell you what, I do the same thing with my garage. It's very seldom that I'll leave that garage door open because of, if anybody's known me for a while, no, I had a copperhead come in here. I mean a big one, or at least as big as copperheads get. Come wandering in the garage that one day. So I usually keep the garage door closed when I'm not going to be out there. And I usually do the same thing here, even though they'd have to come up some steps. I worry about leaving that door open, and because there's all kinds of critters around here, so there's no telling what could slither in here. But I don't mind leaving it open when I'm out here. But yeah, hopefully that you don't never know though. When I'm cleaning up the shop, I may move something, find a snake skin shed or something. Rob says, is that a vacuum pot by Jack? Well, funny you should ask. Let me go turn on the Jack cam again, Mr. Schuster. It is not a vacuum pot, but it is a pressure pot. One of the things, and I think I mentioned this before, and this one is this one isn't one of the kind of paint pots that you buy and then convert it to do resin casting. This is a pot made for resin casting. It's from California. What is the name of that place? California Air Tools or California something or other. It's probably on there somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I've got, like I said, I tried to tell y'all, I got a lot of ideas up here of things I want to try, both on the lathe and a rotary axis. So you can keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Clyde says his wife hides stuff. Yeah, I can't use that excuse. I used to, but I can't anymore. He says he spends more time looking for tools than working. Yeah, especially that, that tape measure or that pencil that you just had in your hand 2 minutes ago. That's the way it works. And I keep pencils, when I get pencils, I'll buy a big pack of them and then just spread them out all in the shop. And then I still have to hunt for one sometimes. I got one right here. That, let's see. Mark says, I have 50 videos in the beginner series, 290 videos total. Yeah, I knew you were getting way up there. Got a lot of them. And every single one of them is pretty dadgum good, too. I'd highly recommend Mr. Cook going over there and just starting with the first one and, get a good rainy day like I'm going to have today and binge watch those videos. Charles says, I was weed eating around a tree the other day and slung out a copperhead about 18 inches long. Yeah, did he still have the little yellow thing on his tail? I think it's yellow. Is it yellow or orange? Anyway, the little babies, you can always tell when they're one, they're smaller, but they'll have that little, I think it's yellow on the last inch or so of their tail. But don't think they won't mess you up, because they're just as venomous as the big ones, or so I've heard. And I don't have any qualms about killing the baby one. That's the only kind of snake I'll kill. Is one that can do me harm, which is around here. That's a copperhead. All right, guys, you've sat here and let me ramble, and I'm way over my time. Thank you all, for those of you who have watched my video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out, and you can see how I made this crazy bust of Albert. And I guess we will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place, all that good stuff. And don't forget, bring your coffee. See y'all. Everybody have a happy Monday.